with you. Okay. Today, boys and girls, we will learn about context clues. And context clues are tools or strategies that we can use that help us to gain a meaning of the unknown word. As we read our text, we might come across a word that we are unfamiliar with. So by learning how to use context clues, that helps us to get a better understanding of the word that we are not familiar with, that we don't know. And it is important for you to understand how to use context clues because as you go through life, you will have a lot of reading to do. And once you learn how to pick out the context clues and get an understanding of the unknown word or the unfamiliar word, then that will make you probably enjoy your reading more and more because you do understand it. And sometimes it's hard to read. As we're reading, we might not understand a word, and then we might skip over it, and we might not get a full understanding of what the text is about. There are several types of context clues, but today we're going to talk about the one that's called explicit explanation or definitions. And with this type of clue, it's the easiest one, and normally when we come across the unfamiliar word, the definition or the meaning is right after our unfamiliar word. So I'm going to read a short selection in our book, since we've been talking about our unit about fish. I have a book that says Fish That Play Tricks. Fish come in all sizes and shapes. They live in a variety of habitats or places. Some live in oceans and seas, while others can be found in rivers, streams, lakes, and ponds. Let's look at our word habitats. It's the bolded word here. This will be our unfamiliar or unknown word. And right after our word habitat, it says or places. So this tells us that a habitat is another name for place. Place and habitat. They mean the same. So I'm going to read the sentence over, and instead of using habitats, I'm going to use the word places. Fish come in all sizes and shapes. They live in a variety of places. Does that make sense to you? Can you see how if I change the word places instead of habitats, that we still get the same understanding? It means the same thing. Does that make sense to you? Yes. Good. So here I have some more examples. Okay. The first sentence. I'll do the first one, and then for 2 through 5, I'm going to call on you to help out. Okay. And our unfamiliar word will be the words you see up here that's in our bolded print. The first sentence says, like you, fish are vertebrates, are animals with skeletons inside their bodies. According to our word here, the highlighted, the bolded word here, vertebrates, it says animals with skeletons inside their bodies. So that will be our meaning or our definition for the word vertebrates. And notice that it's right after our unfamiliar or unknown word. Okay, let's try number 2. A fish is moist and slippery because of mucus or slime on its skin. We're going to focus on our word mucus. Who can tell me the meaning of our word mucus?
It's slime on a fish's skin.
Good. So we can see that mucus means slime. Number 3. Most fish do not breathe with lungs like you do. Instead, they have gills, feathery organs on both sides of their heads. Who can tell me the definition or the meaning of the word gills in this sentence? Jasmine.
Feathery organs on both sides of their head.
The feathery organs on both sides of the fish head. Very good. Fish that live in dark or muddy waters, such as catfish, have bubbles or whiskers around their mouth. Then, our word bubbles.
Whiskers around their mouth.
Or whiskers. Good job, Ben. And the last one. Many fish have their own clever way of catching prey or the animals that they like to eat. Chanel? Prey?
The animals they like to eat.
Prey. Good job. The animals that they like to eat. So today, boys and girls, we learned about context clues. And one particular context clue we talked about is explicit meaning or definition. And that's the easiest type of clue to learn and to understand. And by using this clue, we can pick out an unfamiliar word as we just did, and we can find out the meaning or the definition of that clue, which is usually right after our unfamiliar or unknown word. And since all of you did such a great and marvelous job, just give yourselves a hand clap. Go ahead, give yourselves a big round of applause. And since all of you did such a great and marvelous job, I have a worksheet that I would like for you to do. And I know that all of you will do wonderful on it. And remember, and I want you to remember this, it is important for you to know how to use these clues because it will help you to understand what you're reading. And it is my belief that once you understand what you're reading, the more you will want to read. And the more you read, the more knowledgeable you become, and you will be better prepared for your future that lies ahead of you. So, since all of you did such a great job, I have a worksheet. Have any volunteers who would like to pass out our worksheet? Raise your hand. Come on, baby. Come on up to pass out our worksheets. I don't have enough for everybody. So this passes now. And you will get the same thing on your worksheet as we did on the board. Your unfamiliar word will be the bolded words. And what I want you to do is underline the definition right after your unfamiliar word. I'm done. That's it, I'm done.